Hello everyone, and welcome to Module 3, Internet Basics and Online Search. In this lesson, we will learn how to use the Internet in a simple and practical way. We will talk about browsers, websites, search engines, online information, and how to find useful information safely. This module is designed especially for beginner learners, so we will go step by step. Please do not worry if you are not confident with the internet yet. The aim of this lesson is to practice together and build confidence. By the end of this module, you will be able to explain what the internet is, open and use a browser, search online using useful keywords, use tabs, understand website addresses, and find practical information online. These are very useful skills in daily life. For example, you may need the internet to find a doctor, check public transport, search for a school, complete a form, or find public service information. Today, we will focus not only on using the internet, but also on using it safely and wisely. The internet is a global network that connects devices and people. This means that phones, tablets, laptops, and computers can connect to each other through the internet. Because of this connection, we can communicate, learn, search for information, work, and use many public services. For example, when you send a message, watch a video, search for a bus timetable, or check the weather, you are using the internet. The internet is not only for entertainment, it is also an important tool for education, work, health, and everyday life. Let's look at how the internet works in a simple way. First, we use a device such as a phone, laptop, or tablet. Then, the device connects to the internet through Wi-Fi or mobile data. When we search for something or open a website, our device connects to a server. A server is a powerful computer that stores websites and information. After that, the website opens on our screen. So, when we type a question, there is a journey from our device through the internet to the server and back to our screen. Now, let's think about where we use the internet in daily life. We use the internet for communication, such as messaging family and friends. We use it for education, such as watching lessons or finding learning materials. We also use it for shopping, health information, transport, and public services. For example, we can check a bus route, find hospital opening hours, search for school information, or complete an online form. So, the internet is already part of many areas of our lives. A browser is the app we use to open websites. Common browsers are Chrome, Safari, Firefox, and Edge. You may already have one of these on your phone or computer. The address bar is the place where we type a website address or search words. The back and forward buttons help us move between pages. The refresh button reloads the page, and the menu opens more settings. Today, we will practice recognizing these parts and using them correctly. Here we can see a simple browser layout. At the top, we have tabs. Tabs allow us to open more than one page at the same time. The address bar is where we type a website address such as www.example.org or search words. The back and forward buttons help us return to a previous page or go forward again. The refresh button reloads the page if it is not working or if we want to update it. The menu usually has extra options such as settings, downloads, history, or bookmarks. A website is a collection of pages with information or services. For example, a school website may include class news, schedules, contact information, and announcements. A health website may give information about appointments, health advice, or services. A government website may include forms, rights, official information, and public services. When we use the internet, it is important to understand what kind of website we are visiting and whether it is reliable. Search engines help us find websites quickly. Examples of search engines are Google, Bing, and DuckDuckGo. When we do not know the exact website address, we can type a question or keywords into a search engine. Then the search engine shows us a list of results. But we should remember, not every result is equally useful or reliable. We need to choose carefully. This slide shows a simple 5-step method for searching online. First, open the browser. Second, type your keywords. Third, check the results. Fourth, open useful links. Fifth, save or close the page when finished. Good searching starts with clear and specific words. For example, instead of searching only hospital, it is better to search nearest hospital in Prague or hospital appointment Prague. When the information is important, such as health, school, or legal information, we should compare more than one result. Choosing the right search words is very important. If our search words are too general, we may get too many results. For example, if we search only weather, the result may not be specific enough. A better search is weather Istanbul tomorrow. This gives the search engine more information: the topic, the place, and the time. Another example is school. This is too general. A better search is adult education courses Prague. A useful tip is to use place plus topic plus time when possible. Now we will practice searching with real-life questions. You will work in pairs. Try to find the nearest hospital, tomorrow's weather, a public transport timetable, and a school or course website. When you search, think carefully about which words you use. After the activity, each pair will explain their search words. For example, did you use the city name? Did you use the date? Did you use words like official, timetable, or appointment? The purpose is not only to find the answer, but also to learn how to search better. When we search online, we should not click the first result automatically. First, read the title. Does it match what you need? Second, check the website source. Is it an official website, a school website, a hospital website, or a government website? Third, check the date. Some information may be old and no longer correct. For example, a forum discussion from 2017 may not be reliable for current health or public service information. If the information is important, compare more than one result before deciding. Tabs help us keep more than one page open at the same time. When we click the plus sign, we open a new tab. When we click the X, we close a tab. Tabs are useful because we can compare information without losing the page we are already reading. For example, we can keep a school website open in one tab and search for transport information in another tab. But too many tabs can be confusing, so it is good to close the pages we no longer need. Tabs help us organize our online work. We can compare information from two websites. We can keep a useful page open while continuing to search. We can switch between school, transport, and health pages. For beginner learners, tabs are especially helpful because they prevent us from losing our place. However, we should also learn to close tabs when we finish. This keeps the browser simple and easier to use. A website address tells us where a page comes from. Let's look at the example: https://www.schoolexample.org. The HTTPS means the connection is secure. This is important, especially when entering personal information. The www means World Wide Web. Although not all websites use it today, the middle part is the website name. The endings such as .org, .com, .edu, or .gov gives us an idea about the type of website. Understanding website addresses helps us recognize official and safer websites. Digital literacy is not only about using the internet, it is also about knowing which information we can trust. Reliable websites are often government websites, school websites, university websites, hospitals, or known organizations. Before trusting a website, check the author, date, contact details, and purpose. Be careful with unknown pages, clickbait titles, pop-ups, and websites asking for personal information. When in doubt, compare the information with another reliable source. Now we will focus on practical information. Online search can help us find school information, health services, transport routes, and public service forms. For example, you may need to find the official website of a school, a hospital appointment system, a bus timetable, or a government form. The activity is to choose one practical topic and find the official website. Remember, the official website is usually safer and more reliable than random pages or old forum posts. Now we will do a digital scavenger hunt. You need to find 4 pieces of information: a local hospital, a bus timetable, a school website, and a weather forecast. After finding the information, write down the search words you used. Then we will discuss which result looked most reliable and why. Think about these questions. Was the website official? Was the information current? Did it include contact details? Did another website confirm the same information? Let's summarize what we learned today. The internet connects people and information. Browsers help us open websites. Search engines help us find information. Good keywords improve our search results. Reliable websites give safer and better information. The most important message from today is this: do not be afraid to use the internet, but use it carefully. Practice step by step, check the source, compare information, and ask for help when needed. Thank you very much for your participation.